and rivers in the desert. For just a few minutes, I want to speak to you from this topic. Somehow. Somehow. Somehow is an adverb, meaning in a way or by a method that is not known, stated, or understood. If you ever been in the struggle, you know what somehow means. When bills got to be paid, the bill man, it's time for the bill man to come back around. And you ain't got that bill money. You got to find it, make a way somehow to keep the lights on, to keep the gas going. Huh? Back in the day, the telephone. Well, we got cell phones now, but I'm talking about the old house phone. You had to make a way to pay my bill. If you ever been in the struggle and you had mouths to feed, even that mouth was just yours, but when it became more than yours, you had to put food on the table every day somehow. Mama, daddy, grandmama, granddaddy. We was kids, y'all. We didn't understand. We didn't know what they went through just to put food on the table. But every day they made it happen somehow. We might have ate that same pot of beans all week long. They just switched it up, put something in it or whatever, added something, found a way to change it up. But we made it work somehow. That turkey from Thanksgiving lasted us a week because they had to put food on the table somehow. Oh, I'm talking to people this morning that know what somehow mean, but just never realized it. Every month the rent is due. Huh. They had to figure out a way to get it paid somehow. That's how the rent party came about, y'all. That was part of their fish fry. Huh? They had to pay that rent somehow. Come on, talk with me, y'all. Talk with me. If you ever had to make ends meet when they were barely coming close together, you know what it means somehow. Or if you ever had to rob Peter to pay Paul in order to kill John, you know what it somehow means. You ever been in any trouble and you needed a way of escape? You needed a way out of it, and you couldn't figure out how you was going to get out. You said, "I got to get out of this mess somehow." Or if you've ever pleaded with God for the outcome of the situation, you know what you got yourself into, and you said, "Lord, if you just get me out of this somehow, I will." Come on, you made a deal with God that if He got you out of it somehow. In other words, I don't know, God, how you gonna get me out of this. I can't figure out how to get myself out of this. But God, if you can just make a way, if you can figure a way, because I don't see a way, somehow, y'all, I'm talking about somehow this morning. Let me bring it back down before I get too excited and take off too soon. Ah, if perhaps, y'all, pardon me, if perhaps you are black in America, if you've ever been black in America, you know what somehow means because you know that black people, folks as a whole, as a race, as a people, we've always gotten the short end of the stick in America. But yet and still, huh, come on, we survive, we get through it, we get over it somehow. Just look back at the food stamp crisis that affected all races, but look what happened in the black community, how churches came together, organizations came together, made sure the people had food somehow. Yes, yes, come on, talk with me this morning, y'all. In the book of Isaiah, in Isaiah 43:19, we find a promise of divine renewal. This is a promise that assures us that God is actively working in our lives, providing unexpected solutions to our situation. How does God do this? I'm so happy you asked me. Since you asked me, I gotta tell you, God does this by making paths where no path exists and providing refreshment in places where refreshment is otherwise impractical or inconceivable. In other words, y'all, as I often pray when I preach, God do what He do when it is that He doing what He do because He does it oh so well. In the context of our text, the prophet Isaiah is speaking to the Israelites who are facing imminent exile in Babylon. God told Isaiah to tell the people to forget the former thing. He's referencing their past deliverance from Egypt. He says, forget about what I did back then. So you don't look for a Moses to come along. Don't look for a crossing of the Red Sea. Don't look for what I did before. Isaiah told the people to forget the former things because God has promised to deliver them in a way that they've never seen it done before, where it's never done before, something they don't know nothing about. A new thing. Huh? Does our text not say, Behold, I will do a new thing? I came to tell somebody this morning that the way you came out of Egypt is not the way you go come out of Babylon. Come on, preach with me this morning, y'all. Preach with me. Talk to me. Uh, but my brothers and sisters, there are three concepts. There are three core principles at work in our text today. The first principle is God makes the impossible possible. God makes the impossible possible. Just as rivers cannot originate in a dry desert. Hmm, impossible. But God said he's going to make it. Yes, yes, God makes the impossible possible. Because God provides solutions where there appears to be no logical solution. We scratching our head trying to figure it out, huh? Yeah, the song said, while you trying to figure it out, God's already worked it out. Yes, yes. Principle number two, y'all. I'm moving fast. Keep up with me. We must release the past in order to grab hold to the future. He said, I'm doing a new thing. Forget the former things. I'm doing a new thing. I just said the way you came out of Egypt will not be the same way you come out of Babylon. He said, I'm doing a new thing. So stop looking at it to go like it went before. Stop looking at the process to be the same as it's been in the past. There's a new thing I'm about to do, and it's something that's going to blow your mind because you ain't never seen it before. You ain't never thought about it. You ain't never thought of it because God's ways are not our ways, neither his thoughts, our thoughts. They are higher than ours. I can't think like he can. You can't get a Beaumont brain to think like he can and figure it out like he can. But God is already working it out, and it's going to be something that's going to blow your mind. The third principle is that God will give divine provision. The rivers in the desert symbolize God's constant supply of hope, grace, and nourishment during our most isolating and dry season in life. He gives us hope in hopeless situations. When we think that we done for, when we think we can't make it, it's his grace that leads us on. Hmm? When we are tired, we don't see how we can get refreshed. We don't see how this is going to work out for us. It is God that gives us nourishment. He gives us peace in the valley, as the song says, rest. Hmm. We can't get. Take a look, y'all, at verse 20. Take a look at verse 20, y'all. I'm moving on. He's telling us something here. The beast of the field shall honor me. That's what God says. The beast of the field shall honor me. And I wish I had time to preach this scripture right here. The dragons and the owls, because I give waters in the wilderness and rivers in the desert to give drink to my people, my chosen. The dragons and the owls. Come on, y'all know what the dragon represents in the Bible. Owls, the night creatures, huh? Those that lurk in the dark, and those who are ferocious, those who devour, and those who are in dark places, they're gonna honor me. Why? Because they see what I'm doing. Those who don't believe, those who don't support, those who are not on your side, your haters, those who will speak against you. Come on, come on. You talking about God and that owl saying, who? You talking about God gonna do it? They say, who? Yeah, right. Come on, you got some hate out there trying to tear down everything you got going, and you barely got anything erected. But God says they're gonna honor me because they will see what I'm doing. Come on, come on. I do believe David said in 23rd Psalm, actually, I know, thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my neighbors. Other words, God is going to bless you right in front of them people that either don't believe God go do it, don't believe in God, or don't think you can make it. He go bless it. Why? Because he said, you're my chosen. I saw it in the New Testament where he said, you're a royal priesthood, a chosen people. Come on, y'all. Preach with me this morning, y'all. I'm progressing through this message, y'all, and y'all. Y'all with me? I know you're with me. Come on, stick with me just a couple more minutes, few minutes longer, and we go wrap up this edition of the Sunday Morning Breakfast Podcast. Somehow. Mm. Last week, y'all, I preached a sermon entitled "Sing Your Song," and then I went over and supported my brother, Reverend Charles Dockery, as he preached at a church in Gary, Indiana. I went and supported him, and as I greeted him on the way out, Doc said, "So what's your song?" Well, Doc, I couldn't tell you. Because, see, not that I didn't know, but I couldn't tell you because I didn't want to make it a spoiler. Huh? See, when you asked me that question, the Lord hit me right there, and this was going to be next week's message. I had another message that was in line, but he gave this to me. No, that's going to be next week's message. Ah, so Doc, I couldn't tell you what it was. But y'all, let me tell you, my granddaddy, I grew up loving my granddaddy. That was my guy. He used to say I was his only grandson until he had another one. But I was the only grandson, so I was granddaddy rotten, y'all. But my granddaddy drove a cab all over the city of Chicago. He drove that cab 6 days a week. He rested on Sunday. That was his off day. But Monday through Saturday, he hit that door at 5 a.m. and he was back at 5 p.m. out there trying to make a living. Some days were good, some days were bad, but he loved the blues. My granddad would come home and he put the blues on. And I knew how his day went. All of us knew how his day went according to what song he would play. If he played some song other than this one particular, we know it was a good day. But if he came in, and this is how I got my love for Albert King. He played Albert King all the time. If he came in and he put on Albert King, gonna make it somehow, oh, we knew it was a bad day. We know he had came short on money. We know he ain't make a lot that day. And he used that song to motivate him. See, my granddaddy, y'all, up until he was diagnosed with cancer, he ain't go for church. He wasn't about God, didn't believe. And that's another sermon for another time too. But hey, them blues motivated. Them blues, made him feel, that somebody understood what he's going through it and gave him a little courage. The song says, "I've been trying to get over. Everything I tried has been a blank. Can't seem to find that four-leaf clover. Now it's getting hard for me to think." Somebody been struggling like that. Somebody had some hard times like that, y'all. But until things change, I've got to make it. I believe in my heart I'm going to make it. That's the first verse. Listen at the chorus. Yes, I believe that I am. I'm really going to make it somehow. Yes, I'm going to make it somehow. Yes, that was my granddaddy's song, y'all. That wasn't my song. I just love the song. But that wasn't my song. That was his song. That I use that song to channel y'all his grit and his grind though. When I know what I gotta do, when I gotta make things happen somehow, I know if I listen to that, I feel that if I listen to that, I can channel his grit and grind and get out there and make it happen, just like he did somehow. But y'all, my song, when I got some problems and I got to figure out how to make it somehow. When I'm calling on the Lord because I got to make it somehow. I got a challenge in my life and I got to make this thing happen somehow. Well, this thing has got to happen somehow because once I turn over to the Lord, ain't nothing I can do with it. I got to let Him do it somehow. The song says, like a ship tossed and driven, battered by an angry sea. When the storms of life are raging, and the fury falls down on me. I wonder what I've done to make this race so hard to run. Then I say to my soul, soul, take courage. The Lord will make a way somehow. I try to do my best in service. I try to live the best I can. When I choose to do the right thing, evil is always on every hand. I look up and I wonder why good fortune seemed to pass me by. Then I say to my soul, be patient, the Lord will make a way somehow. That's my song, y'all. The Lord will make a way somehow. But y'all, that song sometimes transitions into my favorite song. My favorite gospel song, y'all. My son asked me years ago, Daddy, what's your favorite gospel song? And I told him and I played it for him, y'all. I love this song since I was a kid. A song by Walter Hawkins, and the Lord will make a way somehow. Sometimes transitions into when the battle is over. Y'all, some of y'all familiar with it. If not, catch my page in a little bit. I'm gonna post it or look it up yourself. When the battle is over by Walter Hawkins. The song says, "Don't wait till the battle's over. Shout now, because in the end, you know you're gonna win." Tears streaming down, and there's no one around. Come on, come on, come on, somebody. Don't wait till the battle's over. Shout now, because in the end, you're gonna win. I came to tell somebody this morning, he'll make a way out of no way. Yes, he will somehow. I grew up, y'all, in church, as y'all know, and I used to hear the old folk always saying, he'll make a way somehow. He'll make a way out of no way. He's been my water in dry places, y'all. I grew up hearing that scripture from by David, huh? I once was young, but now I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Well, y'all, at 49 years old, almost 49 and a half, y'all, life has given me the understanding. It's given me wisdom. It's given me knowledge, but it's given me understanding of those statements. Life has taught me what it means that he'll make a way out of no way. Life has taught me what it means he'll make a path in the wilderness. Life has shown me what it means the Lord will make a way somehow. Life has shown me what it means that he's been my water in dry places, y'all. At 49, I can say like David, I once was young and now I'm old, and I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor a seed begging bread, because I know he'll make a way somehow. Somebody today it feels like you're in a losing battle. You feel like you can't make it. I want you to know, just hold on. Don't give up and don't give in. Give it over to God. Give it over to God, because when the battle is over, you're going to win somehow. Lord doesn't lose battles, and he won't let you lose. You just got to hold his hand and let him fight the battle. You've given it all you can, and you want to just throw in the towel. Just give it over to God and let him fight your battle. Can I testify this morning, y'all, as I get out of here? Thank you for saying yes. Hey, I told you I'm 49. I ain't got no shame in my game. I got a lot more to go, I feel. But I know, y'all, in my life, he's made a way when there's been no way. He's got me through some situations I couldn't figure out somehow. Uh, I know, y'all, he's won. I was about to say, I know that he's made a way more times than I can count. He's won more battles than I can count on my two hands, 2 feet combined, conceive in my mind. Because there are battles I know about, but there have been some that I don't know about that he's gotten in there and fought them battles for me. I'm thinking about James Cleveland now. If I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battles, victory, victory shall be mine. Come on, preach with me, y'all. I'm on my way out of here, y'all. But it just as I know he's won more battles than I can conceive. I know that how many days I got left, how many years I got left, how much time I got left in my life. I know there are more battles to come. I know there are more battles I will face, and I do believe that I will win every one. I'll have the victory in every battle, because God ain't a loser. I know I got a lot of battles ahead of me, and I'm ready, because I got a battle axe. Y'all know this song, he's a battle axe. And I got a lot more fight in me. This dog done been through a lot of battles, but there's a lot more fight left in this dog. But let me tell y'all, one of these days, I'm gonna take it on home, y'all. One of these days, I know that the battles will be over. All my victories will be won. There'll be one more battle to face. And I'll win that battle, because as I step on the golden seas of time, I'll unbuckle my sword and shield, cast them into the sand, lay down my book of war, and step on the whole ship of Zion. I'll sail across the chilly Jordan, over to that land of eternal peace and rest. Will I see you there in my Father's house, where all of us who are Valkyrie, all the soldiers that have laid down their weapons and crossed on over to rest. We've gone back to receive our reward. I don't know about you, but I want to hear him say, soldier, well done. Servant, well done. My child, well done. Come on, get your rest. I know, y'all, I got more battles out there. I know I got more struggles go try to hit my life. I got more challenges go come my way, but I ain't worried about it because I know the Lord